Our next guest, a fantastic singer and songwriter. Her sixth album, Super Bloom, is out April 17th. Please welcome back to the show our friend Jessie Ware, everybody.
Let me see if I can get out of my head. Right.
Oh my goodness, hello, Jessie. I knocked your earring off.
But that was going to happen, or I wasn't going to be able to fit on this seat, so it was one or the other.
Well, it looks great. It's a wonderful outfit.
Thanks.
And by the way, you kept your cool when I knocked it off because you screamed, oh.
No, I have to say, I'm slightly flustered. I just walked past Ryan Gosling, and he does have an effect on you. Like, I have a dry, and I tried to play it very cool, and he's probably still in his dressing room, but
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, cool, hey, you're
Yeah.
right, you're right. Woo!
He's probably in there, just chowing down some Pop-Tarts.
Oh, okay, right, let's do this.
Well, I'm glad you can keep yourself composed for me, Jessie.
No, I feel the same about you. I do.
No, everybody knows that you do. I love hanging out with you, and I got to hang out with
too.
you and your incredible mom. I did your podcast,
Yeah,
Table Manners,
yeah.
and it's such a wonderful podcast. And you host it with your mother,
Yeah.
who is, one of a kind.
She's quite fab.
Yeah, she's quite fab.
Lenny is quite fab.
I host a podcast with my brother. I
Yeah.
enjoy it a great deal. I feel closer with him than I have in the past. How do you feel about your time with your mom?
I feel like it's really good for me to be in New York for a few days.
Yeah.
Like, we did like 3 last week. We did Shaka Khan
Oh,
last
wow.
week. Oh my God, and Lenny and Shaka together, it was like diva meets diva, and it was wild.
Yeah. Does Shaka, by the end, does she appreciate that Lenny, because I think at first glance, you might not know Lenny is a diva. It
Oh, no.
requires the course of a podcast to realize that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
No. I mean, Shaka was like giving her perfume. My mum is fantastic. My mum actually is a social worker and still works. Yeah, she's amazing. And she's a single mum. She was a single mum, brought up 3 kids, and then I decided to like start a podcast, and she was just meant to cook and be kind of lovely, but she's the star.
Yeah, she has taken
And now,
over. Yeah.
now I think kind of like I'm her. Is there such a thing as like a daughter-ja? I'm like, I've created a beast, but
Yeah.
she's a fantastic beast
Yeah.
who gets really good secrets out of people, and I love her.
That's wonderful, and I know she's very supportive. She loves to see you perform,
She
correct?
does.
You performed at the BAFTAs this year,
Yeah.
which was incredible.
Thank you.
Beautiful song, beautiful honor to
Thank
be
you.
there.
Yeah.
Did Lenny come to the BAFTAs?
She tried.
Okay, so what is that? So what does that mean?
I mean, I was like, Mum, like, it's kind of like Prince William and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right.
And you're not invited. I
Yeah.
love you. You're going to have to watch this one on telly.
Gotcha. And did she take no for an answer, or did she push pretty hard?
She pushed quite hard, and she does that thing that Jewish mothers do, where she was like, "Oh, darling, come on, I just want to support you, darling. Like, come on." She's just watched it a lot of times and shared it with people. She put the most horrendous picture of me and my sister up. It was Mother's Day on Sunday, and she put the most shocking picture of me and my sister up on Instagram, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, but she's so proud, it's out of focus, like, and yeah, she's just a proud mom.
That's
Yeah.
great. I like that. But yeah, proud parents don't care if their kids are in focus. They're like,
No,
yeah, they're beautiful no matter how bad my camera work is.
Can you take a good photo of your wife?
I think not.
Okay, yeah, it's a thing, right?
Based on the feedback I've received. Congratulations, Super Bloom. This is your 6th album.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have a song. You have a song called "Ride."
I do.
It's a fantastic song.
Yeah.
Very steamy video, very Western themed.
I know.
Whose idea was it? Was it your idea?
So it was my idea to base it. I've got this song called Ride, and I wanted a sexy cowboy in it. And I
Yeah.
asked my friend James Norton, who's an amazing actor, who's actually playing Brian Epstein in the Beatles
Oh,
film.
fantastic.
And I said, listen, I saw him at a party, and I said, babe, can you ride a horse? He said, yes. I said, do you want to be a sexy cowboy? He was like, yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was going to be in it that much.
Got it.
And then we're like workshopping. I'm not an actress, by the way, either. So the day before the shoot, he's coming round so we can like work out what we're going to do in this video that's going to be a little raunchy. and we go down to my gym at the bottom of my garden. The kids are on school holidays. And, like, we're going through the motions, and, like, improv is, like, the same word to me as jamming, which gives me the fear. Like, I'm like, oh, my God, I'm about to improvise with James Norton, and he's on all fours, like, crawling to me. And he's like, Jessie, tell me what you want to do to me. And I'm like, oh, God, yeah, we're in a kind of sub-dom situation here. And I don't know what to do. So I've got my legs open and I'm like about to, you know, do something. He's on all fours like this. And I look to my left and my son, my 4-year-old son, is in a Deadpool costume like this, looking in the window like that. And I'm like, wow, this is the juggle. Yeah, yeah.
Are your kids, your kids are the same age as my kids?
Yeah.
Are they impressed with your work? Do they like your music?
They're not fussed. I mean,
Yeah.
they're the greatest A&Rs kids, aren't
Yeah.
they? You know it's kind of maybe a hit if they're, like, wanting to listen to it again, but no, my kids like K-pop Demon Hunters,
Yeah,
Imagine
mine.
Dragons, and Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah.
That's the same.
Yeah.
I mean, they good taste. It's just not taste for their parents. Yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah.
They don't like their parents. They like good things. They just don't like us.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Completely
Yeah.
unimpressed by...
Does your connection to the music world ever impress them? Because, you know, maybe if they don't like your music, like, you probably meet people.
Yeah, I mean, I was at a wedding and I met Taylor Swift. And I thought, I had, like, my mum hat on, and I was like, I need to go over to Taylor Swift and do this for my daughter.
Yeah.
Like every other person in the world
Yeah.
needs to have that moment with Taylor Swift.
Well, I bet she probably hasn't met anybody whose kid was a fan of hers.
No, I know. Poor girl. She's really struggling, isn't she?
Yeah.
And so I kind of do this spiel where I'm like, hi, my daughter has a band called Galaxy Kittens, and they just do Taylor... Yeah, great, yeah. Taylor Swift said great band name. And I was like, yeah, and they just do Taylor Swift covers. And she was like, oh, great. And she's, like, really pro and indulging me.
She's an incredibly patient and lovely
She's
person.
like
Yes.
presidential, like she's amazing. And like I'm there going, ooh, and then it like the verbal diarrhea keeps on going. And then I tell her about how much we're talking about her, therefore my algorithms are all Taylor. And it was just before, I could have just left it there. I could have been chic. I could have been like, so nice to meet you. I've got the story for my daughter. She likes Galaxy Kittens. And instead I go, yeah, and now my algorithms are all Taylor Swift. And like, you're doing the Super Bowl, right? And she's like, I'm not doing the Super Bowl. And I was like, sourdough Sam, San Francisco. And she's like, I'm not doing the, nice to meet you. She was, and I'm surprised security didn't like jump at me. She was so nice.
I know. I think she's so nice that sometimes when you talk to a person that is that nice and that talented, you go a little crazy.
Yeah, I went crazy,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh my, I'm such a prat. Yeah, it was not, but then I got the story for my daughter.
Yeah, there you go. I hope
And
you...
she wasn't impressed.
She's like, sounds like you embarrassed yourself, Mom. Hey, next time if you see someone I'm a fan of, just you don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so lovely to have you
Oh,
here
I
again.
love you so much. You're the
Congratulations
best.
on the new
Thank
album.
you. Thank you.
So happy you're here. You guys, this is Jessie Ware. Super Bloom is
Thank
out
you.
April 17th. I'll be right back.